right, here we are with Cash. We're out on our first walk of the day. I have my shoulder rolled back, my hand by my back pocket. My arm is straight down. I have the leash tied to my wrist so that I can just hold on with my fingertips. And I want my leash short but loose. Again, the length of my leash is really important. I want to make sure anytime that collar gets in front of my legs, that there is pressure on that leash. That pressure is what cues me to know it's time to use one of my 5 tools. So right now I'm just doing some flicks, which Cash is being a rock star. He hasn't really either opened up to being wild, or maybe he's just a calm, cool, collected kid overall. So he's doing really well with the flicks. Mostly we do some zigzags and some direction changes also. He's pretty lazy though, so anything we do he responds to pretty well because he doesn't want to put forth more effort than what's there. We're gonna try a different path today where the dogs on the other side of this fence over here run up and bark at us, usually. Hopefully they're awake. And the fence is big enough for the dogs to come through, but they're wearing a perimeter collar so they don't go through it. So we're just gonna see if that will get Cash to react. I'm gonna do some zigzags coupled with my flicks now, just to get Cash focusing on me instead of on where he wants to go. He doesn't create a lot of pressure, he just creates a little bit of pressure, but we again want there to be no pressure. So again, the length of that leash is important because we want him to learn to just pay attention to where we are and walk with us in a nice companionship. You can just see his ears are forward, his eyes are forward. He's just doing a strutting along thing. And I want him to learn to pay attention to me also, so we can go in a companionship. Here come the dogs running at us. I'm gonna give a little flick there. You can see he's crossing over, but with a quick little flick, he came right back. I'm gonna do some zigzags to help with that pressure. Well, we have a nice little flick. Here he slowed down. I don't know what he thinks he sees, so we're gonna do a reset where I just lift up the weight of an apple and wait for him to put his bum down. Bum went down, release that pressure. And we're just working with him on being calm, cool, and collected, no matter what's going on around him or no matter what he sees. I'm just gonna twist the collar just a little bit, so that way I want the leash to be right here up top. Bum is up, so I'm gonna lift up the weight of an apple until he puts his bum down. There you go, bum went down, leash went down. I don't see anything over here to my right, so I'm not sure what he was stopping to look at, but it's okay for us, instead of him being reactive, for us to go into that calm state. Do a reset, put our bum down, take a minute, breathe. All right, and now we're gonna move forward. Gave a couple little flicks there, creating a little bit of pressure. I'm gonna do some zigzags, couple with my flicks, getting him to pay attention to me again because we're not walking a straight path. Go. Nice loose leash. Beautiful. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna have him walk on the sides of the dogs that are barking. See if that changes his perspective any, or we get any sort of reaction out of him. Gonna give a little flick there. I don't mind if he looks. Remember, engaging and disengaging is healthy, but I do want him to be still paying attention to me while he's engaging and disengaging. Yeah? He's doing a great job trying to keep my pace. My pace is right in between his walk and his jog. So you can see he jogs and walks and jogs and walks. I'm just gonna go a little faster for him. That way he can just stay at a nice jog. Or a quick, I guess he's not quite jogging, but nice loose leash. Leave a little flick there. I'm gonna do a zigzag. Get him focusing. Here we go, now we'll walk forward again. So next time I'm gonna do a direction change. If he creates pressure. He's being a rock star right now. Look at this, no pressure. Doing an awesome job. Yeah, doing good. Okay, well, if he is naughty again and creates pressure, I'll do a direction change. But right now, he's just cruising, getting it figured out. there, create a little bit of pressure, turn around for a direction change. Once the leash is nice and loose, I can turn around again. And we're just going to continue on our walk.